Yes, yes. Thanks. Thanks. So yesterday we have learnt about what is morphology and what are the various terminologies we are used in morphology, right? So what is morphological process, what are the various other morphological process, everything we have seen. Morphology is the study of internal structure of the word, and a word is made up of large number of small units, and each unit we call it as a morpheme. Okay, so we have seen the various morphological process and what is inflection. Can you tell me what is inflectional morphology? Two types of morphology, inflectional and derivational. Can anyone tell me what is inflectional morphology and what is derivational morphology? What is called as inflectional morphology and what is called as derivational morphology?
Ma'am, after adding the affixes also, the Peirce tagging doesn't change. That is inflectional morphology.
I can't. What part? Can you repeat it again? I can't able to hear you. It's bits and pieces I can able to hear.
Sorry, ma'am. So basically, like after adding the affixes to the words also, there is no change in the Peirce tagging of the word. So like work
Only
becomes
change in the grammatical sense, but not change in the
Peirce tagging.
category of the word. Okay, if it is a verb means it's verb only. It is retaining as verb only, but changing the grammatical sense, it can be verb with a singular or plural, or it can be present continuous or past continuous. Okay, only that type of morphology we call it as
Inflectional morphology.
inflection. Whereas derivational morphology, when we are adding an affix to a word, it changes the POS category of the word. From one category to one input word is one category. I am adding some affixes to the word. When it changes the grammatical sense and also the POS category of the word, then it is called as derivational morphology. Okay. Then can you tell me what is clipping? We have seen, right? We have seen various morphological process, reduplication, compounding, clipping, acronyms, blending. What is clipping? What is
Shortening the
clipping?
words.
Shortening the words. That is, longer words are shortened, right? That we call it as clipping. That also, that type of words also will be available in my corpus. What is blending? What is blending? It's blending. Why
Ma'am,
no response?
creating a new word from two different words, like smoke plus fog is equal to smog.
Small.
So
That is taking only a part from the two words and making a new word. Whereas compounding is combining two words together, new word. Rain plus bow is rainbow. I am not taking a part from each of it. Whereas in blending, I am taking a part from two words, two or more words, and making a new word that we call it as blending. Okay. Okay. Then we'll see with the next. After that, we have seen what is morphology. We'll see what is morphological analysis. So the main concept of the what is the main syntax of this thing? Can you tell me what processing morphology? What is the main important thing? Morphological analysis. What is morphological analysis? We have already seen, right? Morphological analysis for a word is equal to set of
lemma and the tag.
very good. So morphological analysis means for each and every word, we should have a set of lemma and the corresponding POS tagging for the word. Okay, so this is how the morphological analysis is. If you take the word cat, what is the root word it comes from, and what is the POS tagging, noun in the plural form. If you take cat, noun in a singular form. Okay, so cities means the root word is city and noun in a plural form, like that. So this is the morphological analysis. So what is morphology? Study of internal structure of a word. We will be taking each and every word in the corpus. We will be studying the internal structure, and finally we will be analyzing the lemma. What is the root word for the given word and what is the POS tagging for the given word. So the goal is to take the input form like those in the first column. So the main goal of the morphological analysis is to take the input like this and produce the output like this in the second column. What that output should contain? The output should have the stem and the additional informations. Additional information will be the POS tagging of the word. That is now N for noun, PL for plural, SL for SG for singular, V for verb, adverb, AD. All these shortened forms we will be learning in POS tagging for each tags and tags for each and everything, noun, verb, everything. Okay. So what is morphological analysis? The main goal of the morphological analysis, see here it is given here. It should take the input which is given like this in the first column and the output of the word should be given like this. So if you have to take each and every word present in your corpus and you have to make the output, morphological past output for each and every word has to be displayed. What is the root word for that word and what is the POS tagging for the given word. Okay, so when you are doing all this, we'll be having various issues in this morphological analysis. That is, problem is it is not a regular. For example, all the words are not properly regular. If you take boy to boys, plural is, if you are adding s, it becomes boys. Okay, if you take a word fly, okay, so what is the plural form of fly? If I add for a word boy, if I add s to the word, it becomes boys. But if I take a word, input word fly, then what? If I take a word boy, the plural is boys. If I take a word fly, the plural is? What is the plural form of the word fly? What is the plural form of the word fly, students? Can you all able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is the plural form of the word boy? Boy is singular. If I want a plural form of the word, what is the plural form of boy?
Boys.
Boys. Appa, now only I'm hearing some voice. What happened? What is if I have a word fly? FLY. Input is fly. What is the plural form of the fly? Flies or flies? Which is the correct one? First or second one?
Second
FLYS
one.
or second one. So whether I can directly, if I want to convert a word from a singular to a plural, whether directly I can add s by default? By default, whether I can add s to all the words to make it as plural, is it work for all the words?
No, ma'am.
No, that's why these are all the issues involved. If you want to convert a singular to a plural, I cannot add s to a word to make a plural. It will not applicable for all the words. It is applicable for most of the words, but it will not be applicable for all the words. Here, what he has to do is, so what type of rule I have to apply? So in the boundary level here, boy plus boy, in the boundary level, fly, when it converts to a plural, y to I rule I have. So y to change to IES. Okay, y to, that is y to I rule. Okay, that is y is replaced by IES, I rule. That is IES rule. So like that you have to apply. You have to find each and every word and what type of rule has to apply. You have to analyze. Similarly, you see here, toiling. What is the root word it comes from? Toiling means what is the root word it comes from? What will be the root word?
Toil.
If I had a toil.
Toil.
Okay. Next, if I have a word duckling, what will be the root word?
Duck.
Duck. But accordingly, what the system will do, it will remove the suffix, right? Yes or no? It removes the suffix. So in toiling, when it removes the suffix, ing is removed, so we get a proper root word. But in duckling, when we remove a suffix, the suffix ing, what will be the word we are getting it?
We get DUCKL.
CKL, we are getting it, but it is not a correct English word. So how do I find duckle is not a correct English word? How to make my system, if input is duckling, your root word should be a duck and it should not be a duckle. So all these you have to take. These are all the various issues you will face it. Okay, so if I have a word toiling, okay, ing it is removed, the suffix is removed to find the word toil. If it is a duckling, but that's why what I am telling it is not applied for the ing removing will not be applied for all type of words. There will be some issues in different types of words. Similarly, here making a word plural, s will not go for concatenated with the end word with all the words. For some words it will apply, but some words it will not apply. So these are all the issues involved when you are performing a morphological analysis. Similarly, you see Do plus ER is doer. First, get plus ER. I have a word get plus I am adding ER to it. So what will be your output? What will be your output? I have a word get. I am adding an suffix ER to that word get. What would be my output? Actual output, can you tell me?
Double T should come.
Double T
But
should
only
come. But
single
here,
T.
but single T. So these are all different types of issues you will be facing it. I am telling it. Okay. It will go with some type of words, but it will not go with some other type of words. Okay. So all these issues to be handled properly by writing some rules and converting it. If a word ends with T and next word is R, and if you're adding ER to it, then it should be double T like that. You have to frame a rule by seeing your corpus and you have to write it. So these are all the various issues we'll be having it. That is, first what you have to do, knowledge about the stem and the root. You should have the knowledge about the stem and the root words in your corpus. So what are all the root words? You should have a knowledge that in English there is no word called duckle, because there is only word called duck. Okay, so duck is a possible root, not a duckle. So we have, what you have to do is you have to create your own dictionary or a lexicon. Lexicon is nothing but a dictionary for your corpus. So what are all the words we have it, and these words are emerging from what is the root word, what is the parent word from which it all came. So like that you make a dictionary, and when you find these words, you check whether the words are there in the dictionary, then it is fine. Otherwise you have to do something. Okay, so that is a knowledge. We need some knowledge about the stem and the root. If you doesn't have the knowledge, and if you are telling that duckle is a root word, that is wrong. So you should have some common knowledge about the corpus and about the root words, stem words for the corpus. What are all will be the possible root words? What are all will be the possible? For example, if I have duckling, ducks, ducked, all okay, all these. So all these comes from the root word called duck. There is no called duckle or something. So you should have some knowledge about it. If you doesn't have any knowledge about that, then we cannot create a dictionary for it. Okay, next you should also have a knowledge about morphotactics. What is morphotactics is, please make a note, what type of morpheme follows other type of morpheme. Okay, so which class of morpheme follows other class of morpheme inside a word? So in a word, if we are combining two or more morphemes, simply I cannot combine two or more morphemes. Along with this word, I can combine this type of morpheme. Along this word, I can combine this type of morpheme to produce a proper word. So that is called as morphotactics. So which class of morpheme or which type of morpheme follows other type of morpheme. For example, they have given plurals always follows the noun, not the verb. Okay, plural S. It always follows the noun. So before you will be having a noun as a morpheme, then always plural follows the noun. Okay, like that you have to find, you should have some knowledge about the morphotactics, about that is what type of morpheme follows what type of morpheme. Then only we can find out what will be the proper root node. Okay, then spelling change rules. You have to write a spelling change rules at the surface level. Adjust the surface form using the spelling change rule. So you have to find out, if I have a word called ends with T and followed by E, then bet plus ER, it should be better. Get plus ER. So whenever I have a root word bet and I am adding ER to it, then it should be double T should be added to it. Like that you have to write a rule. Okay, so that is called as a spelling change rule. Okay, better, getter, like that. Okay, so when we add, if the word ends with the root word ends with T and I am adding a suffix ER to it, then it should be a double T. Like you have to make a rule. Then whenever you are adding the suffix ER to that, then it should be double T to make a proper word. Okay, so these are, you should have a knowledge of what type of stems and roots are available, and you should have morphotactic, what type of morpheme should always follows what type of morpheme, and you should have what type of spellings has to be applied. So if you doesn't know the spelling for getter, if you tell GET plus ER is GETER only, then we will not have it. So you should have knowledge about each and every word. Better means BETTER, getter means GETTER, like that you should have. So if I have a root word called get or bet, get, and I am adding ER to it, then you should have you should write a rule converting GETER to GETTER. So all these type of knowledge should be required to overcome all the issues whatever we have in the morphological analysis. Okay. Next one, we will be learning about finite state methods for morphology. How finite state automaton is used for morphological process. Okay, what is finite state automaton? What is the finite state method? You will be learning it. Okay, so here till now we have discussed about the computational morphology, terminologies, whatever we have used in this morphology. Okay, here we are going to see how do we use the finite state automata for morphology. Okay, so do you know what is finite state method? Generally, I think you should have learned in TOC, right? I am not going in depth about it. Only a part, 1% of that only I am going to use it. I want what is finite state method or finite state automata. I think you should be aware of it. You have learned in TOC finite state automaton. So what is finite state automaton? Can you anyone tell me? Or finite state method? Whether you have learned in TOC or not, finite state methods. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me what is? I am not going to use the full TOC concept here. I am going to draw some states. That's all. For that we are using how the morphological states, how I can draw it, and how I can check whether the finite state automaton can accept the given input word or not. Like that we are going to check it here. Okay, so finite state method, here we are going to see how do we use the finite state automata for morphology. So before going to that, we will start off with what is finite state automata. What is finite state automaton or what is finite state method? Any idea?
It's basically like showing transition with respect to a given input, like from one state to the other state.
Very good. It is a kind of a directed graph. Finite state automaton is a kind of a directed graph, and it have nodes and edges. Nodes are called as states and edges are labeled with symbols. Arrows are called as edges. Nodes are represented by a circle which is called as states. It's a directed graph, so there should be an arrow mark. Next one, it has nodes and edges. Nodes are called as states and it is given by a circle, and edges are labeled with edges are represented by an arrow mark symbol, and each edge is labeled with some symbol, that is 0 to 1. For example, here in this figure which I have shown here, we have 6 different nodes, all are called as states. Nodes are called as states, and edges, then we have the edges between the nodes, and edges are labeled with certain symbols. Example, if you see between node 0 to node 1, there is an edge with labeled C. Okay, sometimes empty for certain category of automaton also. Okay, sometimes it may be empty or sometimes it may be labeled with some labels. Okay, so we have a start node and we have an end node. The node 0 we call it as a start node, or also and the final state. And the final node or the final state is also called as an accepting state. Okay, final state, it's also called as an accepting state. It is represented by what? It is represented by a double circle. So start node is represented by 0, and the end node is also called as a final state, or it's also called as an accepting state, which is given by the double circle. Okay, so here node 6 is double circle, represents it's an end state or a final state. There may be more than one final state in a given finite state automaton. Okay, so these are all the properties of final state automata. What is final FSC? It's a final state automata. It's a directed graph. The graph is having nodes and edges. Nodes is also called as states, represented by a circle. Edges are labeled with arrow. Edges are represented by an arrow mark symbol connecting between one state to another state, and each edge is labeled with some symbol. Sometimes it may be an empty epsilon, or it can be, and each finite state automata has one start node which is represented by 0, and which has a final state or accepting state which can be represented by a double circle, and it may have more than one end state. Okay, so start state, accepting state, all this. So what this finite state automata will do now? Can you tell me? So now we have seen what is FSA. Can you tell me what this FSA will do? What this FSA will do? What this FSA will do? It recognizes the
two words, color and color spelling difference.
Okay, here it is okay. I have given color. Okay, generally what this final state automatically it recognizes the regular languages, yes or no? That is a language specified by the regular expression. So what is the regular expression I have given? COLOR, COLOUR. Okay, so generally what this FSA will do is they recognizes the regular language, that is language specified by the regular expression. Okay, any regular expression you can always convert into an FSA. I have a regular expression color. I can convert into an FSA by drawing a nodes and edges like this. So automata in this slide, which is the which language it recognizes? Can you tell me? Automata in this slide, what is the language it recognizes? What are the words that it passes through it? Can you tell me? What are the words that passes through it? Or in other way, what we can say, the automata in the slide, what is that? What are the languages it can recognize? What are the languages it can recognize? What are the regular languages it can recognize? This automata which I have shown in the slide here, can you tell me by seeing this, can you tell what are the words it can pass through? Or what are the words it can recognize?
Color ending with just R and another color ending with UR.
See, COLOR and another one is and UR. One with ending with R and others ending with UR. Okay. So by seeing this, we also tell how an automaton actually works. So if you give an input like color COLOR to this automaton, what will happen? So it will start with the start node, taking the input character, start with the start node, taking an input character C, move to the state 1. From 1, it moves to the state 2. From 2, it moves to the state 3, 3 to 4. Okay, and so on, and ends with R. Okay, ends with R, which is the state 6 in the graph, is the ending state. So if I give the a word called COLOR, it is accepting by the automaton. What happens if I give the word like color COLOUR? You can see still there is a path existing or not for COLOUR. COLOR, we have a path. It starts from the start node, it goes like this, and it ends with R, which is the final node 6. So now what happens if I give a word like color COLOUR? Whether you still have a path available or not. For COLOUR, you have a path available or not? COLOR, we have a path from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 6. So it recognizes the word COLOR. So this automaton recognizes the word COLOR. Now next input I am giving COLOUR. Whether this automaton will recognize the COLOUR as a word. Yes or no? Whether the path existing or not. Yes or no? Can you all able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
You are tracing, right? I am asking whether COLOUR, the word COLOUR pass to this automaton or it fails. If there is any path available for COLOUR or there is no path available for COLOUR, I am asking.
Available, ma'am. It's
available. So what is the path available for COLOUR?
0,
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. For COLOR?
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
4, 6. Okay. So what happens if I give a word like color COLOUR? You can still have a path available moving from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and 5 to 6. So an automaton will accept color. Okay. So it accepts totally. It accepts 2 words. Any other word it is accepting?
No, ma'am.
Any other word is accepting? So this automaton will accept only the 2 words. COLOR and COLOUR. So if I give a word like COLR as a word, whether it will accept or not. So from start node it will move to C1, from 1 to 2 O, 2 to 3 L, then R I want it. Directly from L to 4, 3 to 4, then only 4 to 6, 4 to 6 is there. COLR. If I give the word like COLR as a word, it goes from C to O, O to L, but L onwards it cannot directly go to R. There is a path between L and R. There is a path O. So there is no path available direct. There is no path directly available from L to R. So this input is not accepted by this automaton. So we cannot do more, not more further. So this input COLR is not accepted by this automaton. Okay, so what is this? Is given an automaton final state. What it does, it recognizes the regular languages. Okay, given an automaton final state automaton, what does it will do? It recognizes the regular language. If you give any string in a regular language, that is string in a regular language, it accepts that, means that this will end up with one of the accepting state. Okay, one of the accepting state or the final state. If you give a string not in a regular language, it will not accept, that is not end up with an accepting state. If it is not accepting, it is not end up with an accepting state, or it will end up with an accepting state. What is an accepting state? It is also called as what I told. Accepting state is also called as, I told, no, properties of FSA accepting it. No, it has one start node which is given by 0 and it is having a final state, one or more final state. Final state is also called as, final state is also called as what?
Accepting state.
Accepting state. That is, if I am giving a string which is not in a regular language, it will not accept. It will accept or not? Automaton will accept. If I give COLR, whether it is accepting?
No, ma'am.
Then what we can say, not end up with the, why it is not accepting? Because it is not end up with the accepting state. Okay. So now, how are these finite state automaton are used for morphological analysis? We will see. So we have learned what is morphological and what is finite state automata. It is a directed graph which has nodes, edges, of all this, and it recognizes the regular language, that is the language specified by the regular expression. Whatever language you are giving, when it passes through this automata, then it recognizes that regular language. If it is not passes through this, it is not recognizing that regular language. So now we will see, based on this concept final state automata, we will see how this FSA is used for morphological analysis. Ours is morphological analysis. Okay, so what is the idea is? Idea is that when you combine various morphemes, there is certain changes happens at the boundary. Yes or no? When you combine certain morphemes, whether there will be certain changes happening or not in the boundary level. Flight plus S, there is changes happening, yes or no, in the boundary level. Y is changed to?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So
I,
what is the
yes.
idea is that, yes, when you combine various morphemes, morphemes is what here, what is called as a morpheme? Can you tell me what is a morpheme? So if you take a word called boys, what is the morphemes available in the word boys? How many morphemes?
Boy and S.
That is how many morphemes? Totally 2 morphemes. One is a boy, free morpheme, and S is the bound morpheme, which is added to the boy to make to as a plural. Boy from singular to a boys as a plural. Yes or no? So here, when we combine various morphemes, there are certain changes happening at the boundary, mainly in the concatenation. Okay. If we want to capture that 2 words like boy and car can be converted to plural. So if I have a word called boy and I have a word called car, if I want to convert it into a plural, then what I can do? What I can do? I have a word called boy. I have a word called cat or car. I want to convert this boy and car from a singular to a plural. What I have to do? What I have to do?
Put the boy and car in the place of regular noun
Singular
and
to plural,
S.
what I have to do?
And add the
No,
S.
generally you tell, if I have a word called boy, if I want to convert into plural, what I have to add?
Add the suffix S.
Yes, that minimum thing I am asking. You don't know how to convert singular to plural. Don't think of all the slides, whatever I am showing here. Generally, you tell me if I have a word called boy, okay, if I want to convert it into a plural, what I have to add? S I have to add. S is a morpheme. Affixes I have to add to make a singular to plural. Yes or no? So you assume that this is a finite state automata. How many states I have? Please respond, students. How many states I have here?
3 states.
How? So 3 states. Q0 is a starting state. Q1 and Q2 is a
Final state.
final state. I have two final state, Q1 and Q2. Okay. So if I have a, so can you tell me what this automaton will recognize? What are the words it will recognize? Can you tell me now? What are all the words it will recognize? Can you tell me? I have a finite state automata only having the start and I have only the end. Okay, I have starting state and ending state. I don't have any intermediate state. Intermediate states will be there, but in this automaton intermediate state is not there. Only I have a start state and I have an end state. Okay, so can you tell me this automaton will accept what are all the types of inputs this automaton will accept?
Irregular plural noun, irregular singular noun.
Okay. Irregular plural noun, irregular singular noun.
Regular noun and regular plural noun.
Very good. Regular noun also it will accept regular noun singular, regular noun. If
Plural
I have
also.
man, wait, plural. Okay. So if I give a word called cat, whether it will accept?
Yes, ma'am.
If I give a word called cats, whether it will accept?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
for cat, what is a state? Can you tell me for cat what is a state? Which are all the
Q1.
states it passes through? Q0 to
Q1.
Q1. If I give the word called cats, what is it passes through?
Q0 to Q1, Q1 to Q2.
Very good. Q0 to Q1 is a regular noun singular. I have a plural s added to it. So from Q1, I am adding plural s to it to make a final state QS. So it becomes cats. So now I have a word called man. M-A-N. It is a regular noun or irregular noun? It's a regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Irregular noun. Irregular, singular or plural?
Irregular singular.
Very good. If I have a word called man, so man is a irregular singular because what is regular noun? If I add s, it becomes. Whereas in irregular noun, I cannot add s to make it as plural. Okay. So if I have a word man, I cannot add s to make it as plural. Okay. So those words are irregular singular noun. So if I have a irregular singular noun, what is the path it is passing through?
Q0 to Q2.
Q2. So it will accept irregular singular noun. If I have a word called men.
Irregular plural noun.
Plural noun. So what are all the states it passes through?
Q0 to Q2.
So if they ask you to construct a final state automaton, see the question will be like this. For this answer, the question will be like this. Construct a final state automaton which accepts regular noun and singular alone. So how many states you will? Regular noun, singular, regular noun, plural. So what will be, what and all you will be drawing? This is the question given to you. Draw a finite state automaton. It accepts all regular noun singular and all regular noun plural. If I give regular noun singular, it should accept. If I give regular noun plural, if I have 10,000 words, if all the words, maybe 5,000 words may be regular noun singular, 5,000 words may be regular noun plural, one finite state automata should accept all this. So how you will draw it? Which are all the nodes? Can you tell me how many nodes you will draw and what are the edges? And what is the label around the edge? I want to draw a finite state automaton which accepts the regular noun singular and either regular noun singular or regular noun plural.
3 states Q0, Q1 and Q2. Q0 to Q1 will have regular noun. Q1 to Q2 will have plural.
Plural S added to it. And which are all the start state and which are all the final state? That also has to be mentioned, right?
Q0 is start state, Q1 and Q2 is final state.
Final state. Okay, so now can you able to make out how to draw a final state automaton?
Yes, ma'am.
Some conditions like this. So if it's an irregular noun, directly it goes to here. If it's an irregular singular or irregular plural, from the start node it goes to an end node. So this is this entire regular automaton accepts regular noun singular, regular noun plural, irregular plural noun, irregular singular noun. It will not accept any verb or verbs, adjectives or anything. Okay, so next I am showing one more finite state automaton. Can you think and tell me what this automaton will do? First you tell me what are all the states we have. How many states we have? First you tell me how many states we have in this automaton. This is an automaton. The answer is given. I am
Four.
asking the question from that. 4. Okay, so how many states we have? We have 4 states. Good. Similar. So we have 4 states. So which is a starting state? Q0 is a starting state, and which are all the ending states?
Q2 and Q3. Final stage.
Q2 and Q3 are the final states. Good. So we have actually one starting node and Q2 and Q3 are the ending state. So what type of words this will words we can generate using this automaton? So I have given a label Q0 to Q1. It may be starts with an or it may be empty also. And here it's an adjective. So Q1 to Q2 is an adjective root word of the adjective. Okay, so for example, I have unhappy. Okay, what is the root word here?
Happy.
What is the? Please tell me, students. I am telling normal things only, right? Unhappy. In this, which is the root word I am asking. What are
Happy.
the two morphic? What are the two morphemes we have? Tell me in unhappy. Good. What are the two morphemes we have? Two units in this word unhappy. Morphemes.
Un and happy.
And happy. So un is what? Un is a free morpheme or bound morpheme? Bound morpheme, which is added. It's a suffix prefix added to it. And happy is what type of word?
Free morpheme.
The free, no, what type? It's an adjective and it's a root word, right? This is a root word. So along with that root word, I am adding and to it. Okay, it's an adjective root. So between Q1, Q0 and Q1, I can have an or it can be epsilon empty. Q1 to Q2 should be an adjective. The word should be an adjective and it should be a root word. Q2 to Q3, it may be ER. After this adjective, it may be ER or EST or LY. 3 possibilities are there. So, okay. So, if they ask you to draw a finite state automaton for an English adjective words. Okay, English adjective words. So, adjective will have prefix or suffix added to the root. Yes or no? I can have an adjective.
Yes,
before
ma'am.
an adjective I can have a prefix, or after the adjective I can have a suffix, or I can have prefix and suffix. Unfriendly. Unfriend is a root word. Ly is a. Ly is what? Ly is what?
Suffix.
Suffix. Okay. So this is a type of automaton which is general automaton which is constructed for English. So can you tell me what are all the words it passes? Which are all the words we can generate using this automaton? Here Q0 is the start state, Q2 and Q3 is the ending state, and I told you these are all the edges, and above the edges we have given a labels, and this is an automaton mainly for an adjective words. Okay, before Q1 to Q2 is a main adjective root word. Before Q0 to Q1, if there is any prefix in the adjective, Q2 to Q3 is any suffixes attached to the adjective root word. Okay, so the suffixes mainly concentrating on ER, EST and LY. Prefixes, they are concentrating only on an, or it doesn't have any prefix, starts with directly root adjective and ends with ER, EST, LY, or starts with nothing is there, only adjective root node, and there is no end. If I have the word happy, okay, whether happy will it be taken by this or not? Can you tell me?
Yes, ma'am.
How? What is the path? Q0.
Q1.
I cannot start directly from Q1. I have to start from Q0 only.
Q0
Q0 to Q1 it will be
empty.
it will
Epsilon.
empty epsilon. Q1 to Q2 is a root node. Since Q2 is an ending node, happy can also be taken. So it can take only the adjective word or an adjective word having prefix only. That means prefix means only an. It is concentrating, or it will have a root word with suffixes only with ER, EST, LY, or it can have a root word adjective with the prefix and with suffix ER, EST. All these combinations it will take. So can you tell me whether the word unreal is accepted by this or not? Unreal.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Real.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Unhappy.
Yes, ma'am.
Happier.
Yes, ma'am.
Happily.
Yes, ma'am.
Happiest.
Happier will not be accepted, no, ma'am.
Happier is
Accept.
HAPP. That Y rule you have to apply. ER is there, no? Y to I rule you have to apply. Here we
Okay.
have ER, right? Happy HAPPY plus ER. You will be adding it, okay? So Y to I rule you have to apply, so it becomes happier. Directly we cannot add like this.
Yes.
Sometimes it will add for EST, LY and all. For some words I told you, for some words it is adding, but flies. Y rule you have to apply, right? Tries. Try to plural tries. So tries means what? Here YS I cannot write. What is the rule I have to apply? Y I have to change it to? See, if I have a word called try, I want to convert to tries, plural. Whether I can write TRYS or TRIES.
TRIES.
Yeah, like that. Here also IER. So happy plus ER, it becomes happier by changing Y to I rule applied. Okay, I cannot write HAPPYER. There is no word called HAPPYER. Yes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So otherwise they will give some words and they may ask you to draw an automaton which accepts all these words. You cannot draw for each word separate automaton. You have to write a generalized automaton like this. So whatever words it gives, you have that automaton has to apply. So or they will give us, they will give a word like unhappy, happier, happiest, happily, real, unreal, and draw an automaton which accepts all the 6 words as the input and as an input. Okay, you cannot draw happy separately, happier separately. You have to draw a general automaton like this. So all these words are adjectives. Okay. Then with that, what it is? Okay, so this is the final state, or this is an automaton which have for the English adjective words. Okay, adjective is a root, that is adjective, that should be a root word. Before adjective, we can have prefix or suffix. Prefix means and or without empty. Suffixes means er, est, ly. It only accepts only these 3 types of suffixes. Or without suffix it may be, or without prefix it may be. Only the root word, only the adjective word it may accept. These are the different combinations this automaton will accept. Okay. Next automaton, cool, coolly, unclear, clear, so many words. Okay, okay, morphotactics. I think this we'll see it in the next class. Anything you want to ask, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave students till 35.